Big Blue. What's poppin', you beautiful freaks? Two-Tone Sports here. Today we're going to go over the Giants. Why? Because I'm in that area, a lot of friends, and they asked me to cover this video. So we're going to go over the Giants and what we want to see throughout this preseason, and maybe even the first couple weeks of the regular season. We need to figure out what's going on with this depth chart, some holes, some question marks. I'll give you a hint, the guards. So don't want to waste too much time here. Let's want to start the video out by saying thank you guys. Hit 1,000 subs. We will be giving away the signed mini helmet here shortly within the next week and a half. So thank you. Want to give a shout out to some beautiful Hazel here making a video appearance. But let's jump into the depth chart. Obviously, we're happy with QB1 and RB1. You got Matt Breida showing here as the second. This is not official, but I need to know where James Robinson falls into this rotation. We also have the rookie Eric Gray. Where does he follow in this? I'm going to assume you guys definitely are going Barkley, Breida, and Gray. And are we going to hold 4 with Robinson? I don't see why not, but that's going to be a little issue coming to other positions, meaning where are we at with receivers? We have a lot on this roster right now. We'll get into that as well, which is next. You got Hodgins, Slayton, Campbell, Wandale, Hyatt, Shepard, Beasley, Crowder, and I'm willing to say Sills and Pimpleton, they're most likely going to be cut. But who is the wide receiver one? I can tell you it's probably Darren Waller, even though he's tight end. He's going to be Jones's #1 target. But when we come to receivers, where are we? Are we sticking with the young guns with Hyatt and Robinson? Where's Slayton in this mix? Where's Shepard in this mix? Campbell? How are we doing this rotation? We need to look into this a little bit more. Then you got Darren Waller. Love this pickup for you guys. I need to make an announcement or a little like disclosure here. I am a Los Angeles Chargers fan, but I'm a fan of the sport and I'm from the Giants area, so I naturally watch a lot of Giants games. But you got Waller. Then you got Bellinger as your second, who I loved for you guys last year. And we'll get deeper into that too. Obviously, we got our tackles locked up. But then you got Ben and Mark here as our guards, newcomers. What's up with them? How are they looking? How are they going to hold up the line? I like this line a lot better than last year's line, obviously. And one of the major reasons for that is the rookie, John Michael Schmitz. If you guys went back and watched... If you went back and watched my NFL draft videos and mock drafts, I had this kid going in the first round. I really liked him. I think you guys got to steal with this. Lucky. Awesome for you guys. Moving on to the defense. We're going to dive, once again, deeper into all of these. Big shout out to Graham Gano. Love Graham Gano. But you got Sexy Dexy for a long-term deal now. You got Leonard Williams, Kevon Thibodeau. All these boys are locks. We're not worried about them. Linebacker position. We need to look at that a little bit better. How are they going to turn out? This team is reliant on linebackers. Huge position for the Giants. How are they going to look and how do they fit into this scheme? Okay, then we go over to corner. Deonte Banks. I know we're excited. I can't wait to see the headlines that banks are closed on Sundays, and you know New York's pumping that out. But with Dory Jackson, and what's up with your safeties? What's up with Pinnock? What's up with Jason? How does he do? So, with that being said, let's get a little deeper into some of these positions that I want to talk about, starting with the receivers. All right? Here we go. We got Jalen Hyatt here in camp. Looking nasty. Nasty. You guys need to see this. And I also have a tweet that I want to pull up here later about the targets. But look at this. He's got separation. He also put up 24 miles per hour? He put up 24 miles per hour clocked in one of these training camps. I know there's no pads and whatever, but That's still ridiculously fast. If that is game speed, that breaks the NFL record. That's unheard of. I think Jalen Hyatt's going to be an absolute dog, and he's got to be your receiver. I'm going to say receiver 4, because you got to have what? Wandale. Where's the depth chart? You're going to have Wandale above him for sure. I think you have Hodgins and Slayton above him. I'm a little interested in where Shepard falls, especially with you got Campbell, you got all these boys. But let's look at Campbell here. Okay, look at this. Over the middle from Danny. Kid's got moves. He's got to stay healthy, and he's a reliant receiver. I really like the receiving core. I would like to see you guys have a bit of a taller target for Daniel Jones. I get that's going to be Darren Waller, who we're about to get into. But we need to figure out this receiving core and the receiving rotation. I'm going to sit here and say the Giants receivers are probably going to be a nightmare when it comes to fantasy football. Because I think Daniel Jones is going to spread this around a lot more than you think. I think Dabble's going to have this as a healthy rotation, keeping the guys clean, fresh, and it's the best thing he can probably do as a head coach. Darren Waller is another one. Newcomer, and he's looking like a beast. Watch this one-on-one, and now this is coming from a Chargers fan who faced the Raiders and Darren Waller twice a year. I couldn't stand seeing this guy. We had to put Derwin James on him constantly, taking one of our best defenders literally to go against Darren Waller. Look at this separation. Look at him. He's just so smooth as a tight end. It's unheard of. I mean, come on. Doesn't break speed. He's going to be Daniel Jones' #1 target. Love him for fantasy. Huge outlook on him. I just want to see how Dabble uses him. Are they going to use him similar to how the Raiders did? Is he going to be reliant as the #1 targets? I want to see how the wealth is spread here. Going into one of your biggest upgrades of the off season here, I'm going to pull up my John Michael Schmitz. Now I'm going to pull this up from the Senior Bowl. Why? Because this is huge, and this is what you're going to get out of him. In your division, he's going to be facing some major hog mollies up front. I want you to pay attention to how he anchors down. And the biggest thing here, what you're not going to tell, look at this. Washes him. I mean, he's manhandling. This is the one I wanted to show. Look at him. Anchors down. The biggest thing about him is, yes, he's a very good blocker, but him as a center with his play IQ and play recognition, he's even better. This guy is going to be your franchise center for a long time. Love this pickup for you guys. Huge upgrade to your offensive line. You guys needed this. If your guards can pan out alongside him, Evan Neal, we got to expect him to get a little bit better this year. Honestly, I think he had a little bit of a down year last year, but Evan Neal has to have he's definitely going to have an upside year. Andrew Thomas, we know what we're getting out of Andrew Thomas. Schmitz, solid. The guards, I need to see how they fit on that offensive line. I need to see how they fit. How they mend with Daniel Jones. And how does this affect Saquon Barkley? This may be one of the best offensive lines Saquon Barkley's played with. I'm high on Barkley now. We'll see. And I think the James Robinson addition, Barkley's got a healthy rotation. I hope to see him a little fresh. I would like to see him have a, knock on wood here, non-injury plagued season. We all want to see it. Let's switch this over to the defense too. Actually, let's talk about this man right here. He's fucking huge. I guess she's tired of me. She's fucking huge. Or he's fucking huge. She's big too. But he's fucking huge. Do you see the transformation? Look at this to this. My man put in work this offseason. I love him as your tight end too. We know Darren Waller has some injuries throughout his entire NFL career. We hope it doesn't happen. But man, Run 2 tight end sets, please. I need to see some 2 tight end sets with both of these players on the field, especially with Bellinger looking like this. Holy shit. I need to see. The biggest question for the offense for me is obviously your guard play and your scheme. Do you run 2 tight end sets? How do you fit Darren Waller in? How do you fit James Robinson in? Where's Eric Gray, the rookie? How do you rotate your receiving core? These are all questions I'm hoping we see a little flashes of in the preseason and week 1. It's going to answer a lot of questions on the Giants' outlook of this season. To me, what I'm hoping for, and I think any team would hope for, healthy rotation, keep everybody fresh, keep everybody healthy. It's the main thing we want to see, especially Darren Waller's injury plagued, Saquon Barkley's injury plagued, Paris Campbell, Shepard, a lot of the receivers are. They're all relatively injury plagued. We need to see a little bit of a healthy, fresh rotation. Let's slap it over to the defense. Look at my man, Deonte Banks. Now, this is Daniel Jones trying to hook up with Slayton here, and he is all over him. He really is. He is all over him outside. I want to see his man play coverage, and I need to see his zone coverage. I want to see how his college tape transitions over to the NFL. Obviously, it's the biggest thing here. But otherwise, looking at your defense, I'm okay. I would like to see the safety position. I would like to see a Dory. And let's see Thibodeau have a good second year. This is really what I want to see. I think you upgraded at corner. I'm going to say you upgraded at linebacker. It's still a question mark for me, but we have to see how that looks. Another thing before I end this video, I just quickly wanted to pull up this tweet. We have Bobby Skinner on Twitter saying the catches from Daniel Jones in 11-on-11 team drills through 9 practices. Yes, this was a little bit ago, but still kind of eye-opening. Obviously, we have Darren Waller at 19, which is, I think it's easy to say, is going to be his number 1 target. Saquon at 15. I'm hoping that spreads out a little bit, but not bad. Then you got Slayton 14, Campbell 12, Hodgins 8, Bellinger 6. I'm happy to see that. Okay, Beasley 5. I'm shocked to see him up there. I like Cole Beasley. I'm questioning if he makes the roster or if one of these other guys don't make the roster. I think you have like 9 worthy receivers that could possibly make the roster. I'll be shocked if you guys go more than 7 at most. So I really need to see those cuts. Then Shepard at 2. And then you have 8 players with 1. Once again, I need to see this rotation. I need to see what happens here. I need to see more from the Giants throughout this preseason. I just need to see the rotation of the offense and the scheme and how Dabble and the Giants plan to use these guys. Guys, Two-Tone Sports here. I am a Chargers fan of the NFL. Wanted to cover the Giants because I think it's one of the more interesting teams to watch coming to preseason with all the changes you guys made in the offseason. So, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed and hope to see you next.